The last like 24 hours, I've been battling altitude sickness. I've never gotten it before. Hopefully these next like 5-6 miles can straighten me out. But it was a little scary. This is great. We're just getting destroyed by this. I just have been just going slow all day. I'm not gonna lie, yesterday, the thoughts of tapping entered my mind as the elevation was just kicking my ass. How you feeling, Bryce? 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 Back down to about 11,000 feet. Thank God, and I'm gonna be real. The last like 24 hours, I've been battling altitude sickness. I've never gotten it before. So I don't know, I'm sure it's a function of for the last, 24, 36 hours, we've been right below 12,000 feet. And I guess staying at that high for that long kind of got to me. It's scary. I've never had it before. You get nauseous, lightheaded, dizzy, and then having those symptoms and going over a pass this morning was not super enjoyable. But we're down to 11,000 now, and it's definitely getting a little better. And we're gonna stay down between 10 and 11,000 for the next, I think 5 to 6 miles. So hopefully that gives me a chance to recover. And the good news is we don't go back up over 12,000 for the rest of this trip, but hopefully these next like 5-6 miles can straighten me out. But it was a little scary. It wasn't like super serious, but serious enough to warrant attention. Just popped out of the woods here. Nice little meadow. We're making pretty good time. We're gonna stop soon. There's a water source, I think, in a mile. But we still had to climb back up to 11,400. So I thought today would be all downhill, but it's really kind of up and down, and there they are. You can see them making their way. I've been in the rear all day, but we're gonna stop soon. At least it's not raining. Weather's been perfect today. Quick lunch by this beautiful stream. Scott, yeah, I saw that butterfly that was on your foot. That was pretty majestic.
Cool. I had a little mini buddy time.
Yeah. What's for lunch? You just crushing these protein cookies? Yeah, beef jerky.
And your beef jerky and cheese.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh man, well, we've got 5 miles to camp, so we're making pretty good time. But of course, like everything here, we end the day with a climb. Just leaving the lunch spot here. I just have been just going slow all day. So what I've been doing is the whole crew, they stop for like 30 to 45 minutes at a time. I stop for like 15-20 minutes and then get a head start on them, because I'm just not keeping up to date. The good news though is down to about 10,000 feet and feeling a lot better, which means it's altitude sickness. The bad news is we're gonna go right back up, so we'll see what happens. But it's like 1:30 and 5 miles left to camp, 5-6 miles, and then of that 5-6 miles we have like of course a 3 mile, like 1,500 foot climb to end the day. So I just gotta make it through that, get to camp. But I mean, it's hard to complain too much when you're out here. Also, another first, but I'm hiking on this trail, and this trail, this part of the CT, they allow dirt bikes. So like 3 people on dirt bikes came past me, and I was not expecting that. I thought mountain bikers maybe, not dirt bikers. These sorts of valleys, meadows, mountain meadows really describe the Colorado Trail well. Like every time we come back and do a segment or two, we always get these sweet mountain meadows, and I'm just waiting for moose or bear to run out of here. It'd be super majestic. Well, we made it 3 days without getting our feet wet, and nothing like getting them wet right before a climb. You know what though? Oh, feels good. Feels good, Bryce. I better not drop this camera. All right, that there behind me starts the final climb. So we're at about 12.5 miles for the day, about 2-3 mile, 1,500 foot climb coming up. Oh, and the mosquitoes too. So probably won't film any on the way up, but the thought of a good camp with a good stream, which we've got up there, will power me through. And we're gonna send Andy and Scott up first to claim the campsite because they're way faster than Bryce and I. All right, Godspeed. How your legs feel?
My legs feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I saw you massaging your calves, and I was like, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gotta work those knots out.
Yeah.
But legs, everything, like I feel good. I just got lightheaded like probably the last 500 feet on that climb.
Yeah, and then having to filter water down there.
Yeah, it was fun. I just love that. The best part of the day.
Winding down the night, we actually had two CT through hikers hang out at our campsite, so didn't do a ton of filming, but cooked the Pinnacle foods. It was really good, and we got a lot of good intel from the two people that were through hiking. You know, it's really good. This happened to us last year, where at our campsite, a few people rolled in and stayed with us, and we got to ask them good questions about like the next segment, like all that stuff. So we had two people with us tonight. They hung out a little bit and gave us some good intel on the sections tomorrow, but other than that, we're going to bed. I mean, it's like 7:30 and everyone's going to bed.
The cities are not all that. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo. How'd you sleep, Bryce? You look good.
Do I feel
Yeah.
like I look terrible? Best night yet out here because it wasn't as cold.
Yeah, same.
Just slept better. I didn't get a headache in the middle of the night, so good stuff.
Andy, you were sawing logs all night.
Yeah, I'm so congested still.
That's because you were sleeping, though.
Yeah.
And I got some fresh socks. It's like a new lease on life. God, look at this. Scott,
Hey, morning.
how'd it go?
Good.
Yeah? Did you get any condensation?
A little bit in the foot box.
I didn't get any. Oh,
Bugbear.
oh, nice. You got, oh yeah, this is where I need to get in the sun. Bryce and I decided to share the love last night. I mean, I didn't get a lot of shots of this camp. I mean, we're kind of like jammed in here. There weren't a ton of spaces, but you know, we made do. Look at our stakes are right next to each other. Our stakes are like holding hands, Bryce. Kinda. I actually got a good pitch.
Yeah, I honestly.
You know?
I almost flipped around inside because I feel like that end was lower, so I just put stuff under my sleeping pad and raised my head up. Because I actually feel like that this is the end my head should have been.
Oh, so you did put your head next to mine.
Well, it was by request.
Nice.
So I kind of had no
Good
choice.
guy, yeah.
I promise I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
Well, we have another victim of the porcupine. He did go for a line lock. Hey, it's convenient he went after all of my gear that you were using. That bag was in Andy's tent with him. Now his tent doesn't seal on the bottom.
No, it was in my pack. I keep all this stuff stacked on the outside of the pack.
Okay. Left him some breakfast.
How many miles to
You getting coffee going?
Yeah.
Nice. What do you have for breakfast?
Just the protein oatmeal.
Nice. The prote meal.
Oatmeal.
Hey, how about that Vargo bot yesterday?
Yeah. Extra leaf.
Giving us an extra liter. Well, I'm on day 4 of oatmeal, and I think I'm starting to get sick of it.
Yeah.
After on day 4, and I got one more day. So I think next time I might have to bring the biscuits and gravy back into the rotation, or maybe go back to breakfast skillet. Go old school. What flavor protein powder do you have?
Chocolate.
And what flavor oatmeal?
Oatmeal.
Okay, oh, regular. Oh, the mosquitoes are out. Oh, man. The current dilemma is, do we hike 10 miles today or do we hike 18 miles today? Quite a big swing there based on where the campsites kind of shake out, but obviously if we do 18 today, we have a quicker hike out in the morning and easier to catch flights, but also it's doing 18 miles all above 12,000 feet. But I think it's relatively like crested and flat. Every day, I thought the hardest day would be the first couple and then it'd get progressively easier, but we're just making the trip progressively harder. Got the dinosaur egg oatmeal. Oh, there's a little dinosaur egg too. It's pretty cool eating real dinosaur eggs. Yeah, Bryce laughed at that. All right, you ready, Bryce?
I'm ready, dude.
Andy, you ready? Scott, you ready? Let's do some ridge walking. Let's get out there. It's gonna be sunscreen day. So far, I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Starting the day with the climb, always. But today, I don't think the elevation gain today should be as bad as it's been the last few days. The views like that the whole way kind of takes a little pain out of it. How about this, Bryce?
This is sweet.
Look at this. Wow. Wow. This gives you a really good sense of scale. So there's Bryce down there, and then probably can't see it, but up in those trees is Andy and Scott, and then there's a trail that goes all the way up to the pass. We're just gonna cruise through this little valley on the side of this mountain slope and up into Cottonwood Pass, check the weather, and hit the ridge. We made it. That was hard. That was really hard. Here's the view, looking down into this valley. Gorgeous. Wow. Here now, I don't think we're gonna see a single tree in a long time, so I'm all covered up. I'm gonna put some sunscreen on, and I don't know, you can see behind me Andy and Bryce and them going up, so we're gonna summit this little peak right here and then cruise on this ridge for the rest of the day. Oh, more uphill, and man, when it gets over 12,000 feet, I just have to go so slow on these uphills. That's okay though, I got nowhere to go fast. Trail is just what you want to see after going up and down, up and down. You can see it just kind of meanders along the ridge like that. And then at some point, we're going to go back up. It's nice now. All right, this is great. Getting destroyed by this. Alright, top of the next pass, 12.7. Those climbs are really starting to suck, but this is pretty cool. Well, Bryce and I are just struggling up these climbs. Andy and Scott are just mountain goats up there. But basically what we're doing is just waffling between 12,000 and 12.7. Just peak, 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 peak. And it's difficult. Yeah. But look at this, hey, look at that. It's pretty cool.
I've seen better.
Coming down off that last pass, and it is really breathtaking. I mean, it's worth the effort. So we're gonna kind of wind on this side of this mountain and drop down there, and then have lunch, and then only a few miles to camp, unless we might pull an 18-mile day. I doubt it though. I doubt it. 10, 11 is sounding a little bit better. But God, look at all that. Look at all that Colorado, Bryce. We're at the lunch spot. It's about 1 a.m. 1 a.m. That's the altitude brain. It's about 1 p.m. We've done about 8.5 miles. So there's kind of a bit of a conundrum. We didn't know exactly what to do, but we think we made a decision. So there's basically two options. We camp like 1.5 miles from here and then get up super early tomorrow, or the second option is we continue hiking today and do like another probably 10 or 11 miles and then either go to the car and drive home or camp right by the car. I think we've made the decision to just do the mile mile and a half today, and then get up probably like 5 or 6 a.m. because these guys have a flight to catch. So try and get to the car by noon. So we probably wake up and have about 10 miles with one like 1,000-foot climb up one of these ridges. So I think that's the current plan. I'm happy with that. I'm pretty beat, but the hiking today has been nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, beautiful.
And this campsite should be kind of cool. So I don't know, it's gonna be, everything's just so exposed. So we'll see. This is fun. Was editing the footage and I realized I lost all the audio for this night you're watching right here. So I mashed it up a little bit, thought I'd narrate it, be kind of fun. I don't know, let's not waste the footage. Anyway, long day hiking today. It was about 10 miles, super hard, very, very high. This camp is about 12,000 feet, 12.2, which is really, really high. And I struggled. Here you can see, I got fried that day, and I was wearing like sunscreen, everything. It was bad. I put this shot in because Andy lost so much salt. He was eating the dehydrated buffalo mac, just like straight up. You can see it looks like a chicken nugget there, but he likes to eat it straight. I thought it was gross. It tastes like a combination of salt and heartburn. There he goes, just refueling. Getting the dinner shot here. We were just like so exhausted, and Andy and I both had one of those Pinnacle Foods things you can see there, and they're great, and Scott was crushing the Peak refuels, and we were just like, it was a tough day, and we were just, oh, and the cocktails, of course, noon, right there, that's good stuff. Here's, I do want to plug these Pinnacle Foods. They were great. They did send us these for free, but if you look right there, you can see they're like legit, real meals that they freeze dry. They're out of Montana. They're not cheap, but they are really good. But we were just like so exhausted. I tried to get as many shots as possible. Yeah, I was having lasagna. Another shot just to show you like how fried I was. Once again, I was totally covered, as you saw in the preceding clips, like sunscreen, buff, everything. I got a great shot there of Andy falling over. That was just luck. He was in his chair. He tipped over. Everyone was exhausted. Final little shot there, that was our camp. So I'm on the far right. The yellow is Scott in the back. Bryce is facing me right there, and then Andy is on the left. We went to bed super early. We had to get up at 5 a.m. the next day to hike. So I got a little sunset shot. We got in bed right as the sun set, probably like 8:30, 9. Because yeah, we had to get up at 5 to do 10 miles so they could fly out. Oh, and then I'm just ruining the shot with my headlamp. We tried to get as much stuff together so we could just wake and hike up and get going, and here's me getting my sign-off shot because yeah, it was so early, and now it's ready to hike the next day. I've never hiked this early, and the low light sensors on the camera are giving you a deceiving idea of how much light there is. But we're gonna wind all the way up here and all the way up there. It's about 800-foot climb. Then we have, I think, one or two more little ones after that, but there is something pretty cool about hiking this early. And the deer were out, and it's quiet, and we're gonna hit the sunrise, so pretty cool. Obviously I enjoy getting up, making coffee, but this is a different type of hike, and we got time constraints, so it's time to hammer this climb. God help me. I'll see you all at the top. How about that though? I mean, I'm hurting going up these hills, but pretty wild sunrise we're gonna get. And yeah, we just meander all the way up there. Gorgeous shot looking down into the valley where we came from. So we were camped out in those woods down there, and the sun's making its way up. You can see Bryce, Scott, and Andy. Andy's in the lead, and just making our way up. I'm trying to enjoy this. It is difficult, but we got somewhat of a flattish spot right now, and this should be the worst climb of the day, so at least we get that out of the way. We are down off of that climb, and you can see the next one. See how it kind of meanders up there, and then it just zigzags over that peak. So that's 12,800, officially the highest on this hike. There's a tiny little climb after it, but other than that, climbing's done, thank God. But there's water down there. You can see what that feeds in there, so we might stop there and get a little bit more water. But it's only 6:45 in the morning, and as much as it sucks getting up late, it's a very cool time to hike. You know, you get the golden hour in the morning. It's very cool. All right, 12,800 feet. Let's see what we got. Oh, dude, brutal.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
Look at the next.
Yeah, you can see it goes all the way around there and up and over down to the car. The passes are done. And you know, as hard as that was, and it was brutally hard for me. I mean, you probably heard my breath struggling, but we maintained 2 miles an hour up both of those, average. That's really good. So I thought, it always feels like you're going slower, but it's kind of hard to see, but we have just this ridge over my shoulder right here. We have a ridge walk about 2 miles, and then an absolutely brutal downhill to the road that the car's parked on. So, last final stretch. The murder climbs are over. Woo! You can see the trail kind of meanders on that mountainside right there, and then pops over that. But really freaking cool. It was worth it. What do you think? I think that was the last of it.
Oh, you know, every time we say it's the last of it, there's another.
I know. I think we level out here for a little bit, and then we go down to this brutal downhill. But that was awesome.
Yeah.
Coming basically around and all the way around there. That was really cool. I'm not a fan of these rock sections, but it was flat at least. And yeah, I think we level out here for a little bit, then drop down to the murder downhill. That's a pretty cool section, isn't it, Bryce?
The rocks were really rough.
I know, I hate that stuff.
Really beautiful all through that
Yeah.
area.
Well, you can see the switchbacks right there, and then that road right down there is where we have to walk on to go get the car. So this is the final descent of our Collegiate West experience. A lot to unpack. Scott, you're gonna have to come over for the debrief podcast. 100%. Yes. This is gonna be a fun debrief. But yeah, I think we got, another 2 miles of this, and then a couple miles walking on that road to the car. And it's only like 8:15, so we made really good time. And I had kind of, not that getting up at 5 is great, but I kind of enjoyed the early morning hiking with the sunrise and the cool temps. It's definitely a different way to do it. All right,
Yes.
we're out.
Yeah.
Now we got a hitch, but the mountain hiking is done. So pretty sweet time.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We
That
still
was
got
beautiful.
It was beautiful,
That was
rugged.
the best segments of the CT I've done so far.
Very, very challenging. Make sure you check out Bryce's channel. Make sure if you're in Columbus to check out Endeavor Brewing and Spirits. Bryce didn't say that, Dick. Other than that, we'll do the Tim Watson. Peace. Peace.
I mean, we didn't get to camp till like 6. And
How many miles in was the path?
like 10. Yeah.
Because man, if it would have been